Khloe Kardashian preferred not to inform True that she is not married to her ex, Tristan. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Khloe Kardashian has always been known for her honesty, even when the truth is not easy to say out loud. Recently, she opened up about a subject that many parents who share children with an ex can relate to: how to explain a separation to young kids in a way that feels gentle, respectful, and safe for them. For Khloe, this is about her daughter True, who is now 7 years old, and her son Tatum, who just turned 2. The father of her children is her ex-boyfriend Tristan Thompson, a professional basketball player who has been in and out of the headlines for reasons that go far beyond his career on the court. During a new episode of her podcast, Khloe in Wonderland, the 41-year-old reality star shared a personal story that gave listeners a glimpse into the challenges of raising kids in a nontraditional family structure while keeping their innocence intact. She explained that when True was about 5 years old, the little girl would sometimes call Tristan her husband when talking to Khloe. At first, Khloe didn't quite know how to react. In her own words, True had never seen her and Tristan kiss or be romantic together, so she was surprised the word husband even came up. She wondered if it was just something True picked up from other kids' TV shows, or maybe just her own imagination. Instead of quickly correcting her daughter or making the conversation feel heavy, Khloe decided to speak with her therapist for advice. The therapist told her that at such a young age, children often associate words like husband or wife with their parents, even if the parents aren't together. It's not necessarily a sign of confusion, but rather a way their mind organizes relationships. The therapist also reassured Khloe that unless it became a repeated problem or True started asking more direct questions, there was no need to give a serious explanation yet. Kids, she explained, will often figure out the reality on their own or ask when they're ready. Khloe admitted she was relieved she didn't have to dive into that conversation right away, and interestingly, True never brought it up again. This meant Khloe still hasn't had to explicitly tell her daughter that she and Tristan were never married. She also revealed that her children have never asked why they don't live in the same house as their dad. Instead, they seem to think it's exciting to have 2 houses in LA, one with mommy and one with daddy. They see it almost like an adventure, something special rather than something to be sad about. This positive outlook is something Khloe works hard to maintain. She explained that when it comes to co-parenting with Tristan, she makes sure any disagreements between them stay between the adults. If they are ever upset with each other or having an argument, the kids don't know about it. For them, all that matters is that both parents show up and are present in their lives. Khloe said she and Tristan are actually very smooth when it comes to co-parenting. While there has been drama in other parts of their relationship, they agree on how to raise their kids, and Tristan respects her parenting decisions. He doesn't give her much pushback, which makes everything easier. Of course, there are challenges. Tristan's career in the NBA means he's gone for about 8 or 9 months of the year, often traveling to games and living in different cities. This means the kids don't see him every day during the season, but when the summer comes, he is around a lot more. Khloe has not had to sit them down and formally explain that they are co-parenting. Instead, she just lets them live their lives naturally within this arrangement, without labeling it. When talking about her approach to co-parenting, Khloe shared that she tries to follow the example set by her own parents. Her mother, Kris Jenner, and her late father, Robert Kardashian, divorced in 1991 when Khloe was a child. Even though divorce can be hard, she remembers that over time, they found a way to be friendly and spend time together as a family. Her dad even developed a friendship with Kris's second spouse, Caitlyn Jenner. They would sometimes play golf together and have family dinners, which left Khloe with positive memories rather than feelings of tension. She acknowledged that it must have been difficult for her father to watch his ex-wife marry someone else and have more children, but he put his feelings aside for the sake of his kids. That example stuck with her, and it's something she strives to repeat with Tristan. She wants to make sure her children grow up seeing their parents respect each other, even if they aren't a couple. The conversation in her podcast also turned to the different experiences she had with the births of her 2 children. True was born in April 2018, and Khloe gave birth to her herself. The moment she held her daughter, she felt an instant bond, a connection she described as life-saving during a very dark time. That period was clouded by the news that Tristan had been unfaithful to her while she was pregnant. Despite the betrayal, she stayed with him for a while after True's birth, but the relationship eventually fell apart. When it came time to welcome her second child, Khloe chose surrogacy. Her son Tatum was born in 2022, but the circumstances were very different. While they were in the process of having Tatum via a surrogate, Khloe discovered that Tristan was also expecting a child with another woman, Marilee Nichols. The timing of the revelation was devastating, and Khloe admitted she didn't know how to process it all. She also wanted to protect her surrogate from the media frenzy, so she avoided being photographed with her and even skipped some doctor's appointments to avoid being followed by paparazzi. This stress and distance affected her emotional connection to Tatum in the early months. She openly admitted that when she first held him, the feeling was not the same as what she experienced with True. It wasn't that she didn't love him, but rather that the circumstances around his birth had been so overwhelming and painful that it took longer for her to feel fully bonded. She shared this truth on her family's reality show, The Kardashians, and faced criticism from people who didn't understand her perspective. Still, Khloe stood by her honesty, saying she was only telling her own truth and experience. Over time, that bond with Tatum grew stronger, and now she says she cannot imagine her life without him. She describes him as the funniest little boy, someone who reminds her of her late father and her brother Rob every day. His personality brings joy and laughter into their home, and she now sees him as one of the best things that has ever happened to her. Khloe's openness about these deeply personal moments is part of what makes her relatable to so many people. Even though she lives in the public eye, she still faces challenges that many parents do, figuring out how to explain adult issues to children in an age-appropriate way, navigating complicated relationships with ex-partners, and balancing the emotional ups and downs of parenting. She continues to try to put her children's needs first, just as her father once did for her. In sharing her story, Khloe reminds people that co-parenting is not about perfection, but about consistency, respect, and a willingness to protect your kids from unnecessary stress. She's proud of the way she and Tristan have managed to keep their parenting partnership peaceful, even when other parts of their relationship have been rocky. For her, that stability is the greatest gift she can give True and Tatum as they grow up in 2 homes but under the same united love of their parents. And while her life is filled with cameras, headlines, and public interest, Khloe's approach to her family proves that some things are best kept private. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.